This is our very first Zoom show together. My name is Nicolette Sterns. I go by Nick, and I want to welcome all of you to You Can Do It. But I am only a co-host. I have the great honor of co-hosting this show with two extraordinary athletes and two really good friends of mine, Adam Hayes and Terrel Limerick. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
So before we get started, we have some super cool things we're going to do tonight. But for those of you who don't know me, I wanted to share a couple things about myself. One, I love to read. I read whatever I can. I read children's books. I read novels, historical fiction, comedy, tragedy. I just absolutely love to read. It's one of my favorite things. And I also love to go for walks. So those are two things about me that you may not know. Adam, can you share two things about you that our audience may not know?
Well, a couple of things you may not know about me is that I am I'm getting that. Well, some of you may not know about me that I can ride many miles on my bike, but some other types of things that you may not know, that I'm just always enjoying playing video games or whatever. I just love hanging out when I'm not riding my bike here, just hanging out in my apartment. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for sharing that. Terrel, can you share two things about yourself?
Okay. My name is Terrel Limerick, and I work at Special Olympics International. That means international means the whole world.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Terrel. Anything else you want to share?
I like to walk with my fiance, but can't walk with her a lot because this new normal.
I hear you. I hear you. And thank you, Terrel, because we're going to be talking a little bit about that tonight. So thank you both for sharing a little bit. So for all of you guys who have joined us tonight, Adam and Terrel and I really wanted to find a platform, a space to be able to talk about the day's topics, to interview people who are doing really cool things, to interview experts that might be able to help us as we move forward in our lives. So we just wanted to kind of create some really interesting shows for everybody. So I'd like to kind of start out with a word I know we've all been talking about, pandemic. So everybody raise your hand. Who's heard that about 1,000,000 times, right? Yeah. So that is where we're going to start tonight. And then I know all of you guys have been experiencing it just like us, just like everyone has. So when we think of pandemic, Adam, what do you think of? How does pandemic like really speak to you? What happened to your life when this pandemic kind of took a turn?
Well, the pandemic really hit me by, well, one, I wasn't able, like a lot of people probably, I wasn't able to go into the office, but for me personally, it just it is I'm kind of a little bit already used to it due to past experiences of being being part of another social network that I was already on for years, and so I'm kind of used to being in front of the computer. But I'm it's really cool to even if we have a pandemic, which is really sad. I'm glad that we're still able to get on these amazing virtual areas and be able to talk to all of you guys.
That's such a great point, and I love that positive perspective that you gave that, because you're right. I mean, this pandemic for all of us, I think, just came out of nowhere, and I know exactly how you feel. And for me, I felt like I was living my life script, and all of a sudden I ended up in like a different play, and I didn't know the lines, and I didn't know what scene was coming, and I just felt so unprepared. And like you were saying, it's really scary to become disconnected or unconnected to people. We need each other. We really do. And it's very scary when you're right. We're not going into work. We're not going to social things like we used to. Terrel, how about you? When I say the word pandemic, how did you change your life so quickly a couple of months ago?
Well, I found out about this virus at work, and people told us to go home, and I told them why, and then they say we will have a meeting to talk about it. On Tuesday, every Tuesday, be sure to look on Zoom. And I did that, and I found out some more information about work stuff. And so what is upsetting to me, because I was upset because people die around the world. That's the first time that I heard on the news, and I said, wow, that would happen.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Terrel, thank you for bringing that up. That is such a great point. I watch the news too. I'm sure all of you guys share this feeling. That's a scary thing when we're hearing what's happening to people, and just the empathy and the sadness, and then of course the fear, right? So I think I was seeing some hands up here. Jason asked everybody, how has the pandemic changed your life? Did I see a hand of Jonathan Pfeiffer?
Doing more, performing my song.
Interesting. So has music been something that's been there for you the whole time?
My music, performing in talent shows.
So you weren't doing it that way before the pandemic, right?
Right.
So in a way, Zoom has sort of become a lot of our lives, right?
Yes, but I still get to perform.
That's so awesome. So you're thinking out of the box, right?
Yep.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that you're creating performance opportunities. That's great. I think I saw another hand. Let's see. Did somebody else have a Michelle? How has the pandemic changed your life, Michelle?
A friend on a hard party.
Oh, okay.
She had more bonding with her friends, and they chat a lot while they are playing a house party.
So Michelle, again, I'm hearing such wonderful positive things. You found house party as a chance to stay connected to your friends.
Yep.
That's great. So just like Jonathan, you're totally thinking out of the box.
Out of the box.
I know. I love that. That's awesome, Michelle. Thank you for sharing that. Would anybody else like to just share totally safe space? Sam.
What I've been doing, well, before, I guess the biggest thing for me was we were supposed to have our summer games this year, and it was the big 5-0 anniversary of Special Olympics.
Yeah.
At Maryland, and that kind of got thrown for a loop, obviously, with this pandemic. What we've been doing, obviously, these Zoom social groups and stuff to help out with our, daily lives. But also, I belong to a day program where they actually been using a Zoom as like to do classes and stuff every day. So I'm very lucky that we get to do that on that.
I'm really happy to hear that, Sam, and I'm happy to hear, and I know how it must have been very disappointing about the games, but I love that people are really coming together and supporting each other, and that you are feeling like you have the same fun and interesting and stimulating things you were doing pre-pandemic. They're just done differently.
Right.
It's sort of forcing all of us to be very flexible, adaptive humans. Yeah, exactly. Not always easy, but required right now to be able to continue to grow and thrive as people. Would anybody else like to share? No pressure, just totally want to hold space for anybody that wants to talk about what the pandemic felt like early on a couple of months ago. Okay, all right. And let's talk about something Terrel mentioned earlier, the new normal.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's like, I know, the new normal, exactly. So Adam, let's start with you. The new normal, what is new normal for Adam Hayes?
Wearing, now that we're required to wear those face masks, that's a new normal for me. I'm having to always carry around this thing and wear it on my face, something that obviously I didn't used to, but it's part of my everywhere I go, new normal.
Yeah, it's so
That's
true.
right, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. And I also love they have all kinds of really creative masks now. I've seen flowers, like University of Maryland, and all kinds of fun ones. So they become like a yeah, exactly. Terrel, how about you? What about you with your new normal?
Yeah, I feel the new normal means to me that in life it is different. In life it is different because old normal has passed, the new normal have begun. And also, I feel like I learned more about. I have an iPad, so I learn a lot on my iPad that I never did before. So and I cannot hang out with my fiance. But I do FaceTime with her walks. I walk on FaceTime with her, and she like it, and I like it, and everyone like it now.
So you're getting very creative.
Yeah, that's true. And also I learn more about cooking. I learn more about cooking other food so that I did not cook before. I usually go and come home, cook fast, and then eat and then sleep. But now I can plan everything out. I can plan my dinner out. I can plan my lunch out. I can plan my breakfast out. So
that's great.
That's what I can do.
So you're really thinking about meals differently now.
Yes.
In your new normal.
That is it, Nicolette.
I love that. And Adam, I totally agree with you about the mask. It has become the new normal. I have to remind myself to keep mine in my purse because, I'm not used to it either, but it is the new normal. And, you know, I think for me, and I'd love to sort of open this up and really hear from our amazing group today, but I know for me, my new normal really started with how can I teach theater classes and not be with my students? How is that even possible? And I didn't believe it was. I didn't think that I could do it. And I'm so incredibly amazed at how it can be done, and how I've seen all of these actors grow, and myself as a teacher. It made me think out of the box. And so I don't really want a pandemic to have taught me that, I guess. I hate, because I agree with Terrell, it was really sad, and all of the negative things about it.
Yeah.
But in being able to find something good, to find a silver lining, I think that it's helped me think out of the box. And I'm very grateful for that. Is there anybody here that would like to share, what is your new normal? How is your life different now? And we're not really even judging it. We're just sort of saying, here's what my life is now.
I think Monique has her hand up.
Monique, I would love to hear about how has your life changed, Monique?
Okay, so I am actually an essential worker. So, before, my hygiene wasn't as cleanly as it is.
Fair enough.
Because I'm not saying I wouldn't take, like a shower like as soon as I come in.
Right.
But my ritual now is spray shoes, spray bag, spray down phone, spray everything down, hop in shower, change clothes. And
wow.
My body is used to it, and also I'm used to the go because I have Special Olympics. I have work. I work out. I come home. I eat. I breathe. I repeat. That doesn't agree with me. Right when the pandemic hit, it was kind of like, okay, what am I doing?
Yep.
But I've also lost weight since I've been on this pandemic. So I went from like 2 something to 187, I believe.
Wow.
So I always say the Corona 15, I'm losing it. I don't know how, but I do.
Wow.
Wow. Well, Monique, it sounds like you've made a really positive, like a pivot here. And I just have a question for you. How much extra time do you need with spraying all this stuff down? Like, you must have to plan that into your day.
No. I mean, before it was like, all right, I gotta go to the shower. And then I go, wait a second, nope. I'm like, all right, take mask off. Because I take public transportation. I take a taxi. So I have to do like the face mask, gloves, look like I'm in a hospital. I actually have the mask right here if you guys want to see it.
Sure. We saw Adam's. We'd love to see yours.
Here's one of them.
Nice.
Oh, wow. That looks nice.
Monique, I love that.
And actually, I wear glasses, so it's easier for me because it's under my nose.
Okay.
And so it takes maybe 5 minutes because I'm used to it.
Wait, Monique, you don't get any fogginess in your glasses when you
Yes, I do.
breathe?
Yes, I do. But the surgical ones, yes, I do. But the surgical ones, like the one you just had, like the flat nose one, all of my glasses get fogged up. Then I have to take them off and stick them like, I have a work shirt, and I put it in between the work shirt and the t-shirt. So I sit it in there and let them defrost. And then when I get off of work, I put them back on.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, Monique, thank you for sharing that. Does somebody else want to share? Because you really made me think a lot about public transportation. That's something that's really on my mind now in terms of the new normal.
Right.
And just anybody else who's still traveling to work, who wants to share a little bit about what their new normal looks like?
Yeah.
Team.
It just came to my mind. My job will be open on the 30th of this month, And so that will be on Tuesday. So I had to learn how to wear a mask and gloves on the Meg show and all that. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So that's new. That's definitely a new normal for sure. Welcome, David. Nice to see you. So I think it's really awesome that what I'm hearing is that you guys are really being able to take, you know, from 3 months ago when we started this pandemic, when we really got into adjusting our lives, it sounds like you're making really positive changes. You're really working with what was a really scary situation. So it's exciting and really inspiring, I think, to hear how well we're all kind of coping with that. Can somebody share what's like the number one thing that's helped you move through this, to navigate through this?
Having social clubs.
Hi, David.
Okay, let's see. I know with lots of hands, which is wonderful. Thank you for all your enthusiasm. I think I saw Sam first. So Sam, if you could share, and I'll try to get to everybody, I promise.
Definitely the social clubs.
Yeah.
All these Zoom things have been really, really helpful. Just keeping my sanity.
I told the song, it's called Don't Stop Believing, and it's about believing who you are. And the song goes, don't stop believing, hold on to the feeling.
That's great. That's great. That's beautiful. Thank you. I think, David, did you want to say something about just one of the things that's really helped you kind of move through this?
Yes, one of the things that has helped me is, of course, participating in social clubs with my fellow athletes and being engaged and giving some ideas and a few tips to continue having like a flourish ideas.
I hear you. I think that's great. It sounds like that those social clubs, these opportunities to be together, however virtual it is really, really important to us. And I think that, you know, talking about that mental health piece, you know, really staying grounded and having each other to lean on is just crucial, both as somebody who's receiving that support, but also giving it. Can somebody else, does anybody else want to share some things that have helped them navigate through this new normal and to make it maybe a little less scary and hard? Well, I know for me, it's exactly what you guys are saying. It's the social piece and just being together and talking to people and, you know, not being afraid to say what I'm feeling and thinking, and having trusted friends, and also my family, since we're together all the time now. And, you know, really enjoying that has been really a gift. And we are doing, I don't know about you guys, but I'm playing cards a lot. And that's been really fun. And I just want you to know I am the champion, not that it matters, of 5 crowns in my house.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
So, yeah, 5 crown champion. Doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, if you hear otherwise, it is me. So how about you? Who's done something really fun during this pandemic? Like for me, it's been cards. Loving it.
Riding bike nonstop.
Faith McLucky, you said something in the chat room. What are you doing that's fun?
Well, I'm doing the 50-50 challenge.
Doing pottery and
Faith.
and doing art stream with Terrel.
All right.
That's wonderful, Faith. It's great.
Faith.
It's fun, and it's fun to look forward to working with your friends and being creative. David, I don't know what the 50-50 challenge is. Maybe lots of other people here do, but I don't know what that is. What is 50-50 challenge?
It's a Special Olympics put together.
Oh, cool.
Jeff Abel say to the athletes who wants to join me on the 50-50 challenge for the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics. We can either do bicycle, we can either do walking, running, swimming.
Wow, that sounds great.
Hey, David, we have to do 50 miles by September 1st, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to walk.
Ooh, okay. That sounds fun.
I've been
Anybody else? I see Adam.
I've been doing that 50-50 challenge, but it's been much harder doing it. We're supposed to walk 50 miles for that by the time Jason was saying, but for me, it's been a little bit more of a challenge seeing that I'm a cyclist. I ride my miles. I don't walk my miles. So.
I understand. Anybody else?
Thomas Smith has his hand up.
Thomas, I would love to hear your thoughts. We would love to.
Yes.
Okay, I work at Weiss Market and 5 days a week, and I wipe down all the carts for the customers.
That is a very important job, Thomas.
Great.
And what else?
Oh my goodness. Thomas, thank you.
Welcome.
Did you want to say something else?
And every Saturday, I go to the dance party on Zoom.
And is that fun?
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you for that, Thomas. I loved hearing about that.
Welcome.
Anybody else?
Looks like Monique's hand is up.
Monique, how about you?
Okay, so I have actually led my first move meeting. So basically a move meeting is like where all the fellow athletes, it's kind of like a 50-50.
Okay.
It's every Friday. So every Friday it's a different athlete for like a 15-minute workout. So I led my first one of those. And I also did my first social club for Power Rangers, and I'm working on a second one.
Monique, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic leadership. That is wonderful. So you guys, we are, for Adam and for Terrel and I, and Jason, thank you, he's our technical director. We are super excited to have this platform, to have a place to share, to talk. We're going to be bringing in guests that you guys can ask questions to regarding different issues that'll have to do with the pandemic and maybe have nothing to do with the pandemic. So our job and our role is to share the message of you can do it. And it sounds like this group is crushing it. So I'm excited to get to know you and to watch this group grow and develop. And for me, I just want to say how grateful I am to be working with Adam and Terrel, two of the coolest guys around.
All right.
Yeah, so thank you, everybody. This was our first show. So yay, thank you so much.
That went by fast.
So we are super excited. We will be bringing you all kinds of guests, checking in with our community and communities beyond our own, bringing in folks to share their experiences, to help teach us, and for us to find space also to teach them. So Terrel, can you let everybody know how often are we going to be meeting?
Okay. Let's see. I learned. Check us from You Can Do It. 2 days a week, we will be right here on Zoom. Be here or be square.
Absolutely. And we literally are square, so I'm kind of like loving that phrase, Terrell. That was very clever. And it'll be every 2 weeks. Exactly. So every 2 weeks. And what's really fun about having these little squares, it is kind of like when I took acting for the camera. It's very fun. We have our own little like squares. I love that. And Adam, can you let everybody know what's the kind of vibe that we're going for here with You Can Do It?
Yeah, guys, we're going to always stay positive no matter what. So that's all. Being positive makes everyone feel good. And that's what we want in our show.
Absolutely. And you guys, this is an unprecedented time in the world, and we will not be going through it alone. We have each other and our ability to connect and to create and to help and to inspire, to teach and to learn. So let's all end with a thumbs up. We got this. You can do it. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bring your ideas, bring your imagination, bring your questions, and bring your awesome selves. We'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.